This is our beginning of May setup.
Let's
here.
go! All right.
May mission briefing.
I
The
quit.
situation has intensified. The fated are spreading faster than we calculated. Countries are
No.
hesitant to turn troops on their loved ones. We need to control the spread, or the world will go into darkness. Don't let the other diseases grow unchecked, or we'll have an end world situation. Also, as our most knowledgeable team, we need you to complete 3 objectives this month.
Dun dun dun.
And we have a
Dun,
pile
dun.
All right.
of things.
First
We
one
also,
is
we also have to, yeah, okay.
is P,
P,
as in pile of shit we have to figure out.
Wow.
Okay,
Yeah, you
and
can
then
do that.
20, and then will be H, as in holy shit! Look at all this piss.
I got H and I.
Okay.
So
Yep.
P
so H,
20,
E20,
H goes
H.
there,
I,
and then I goes there.
and then 42,
42 goes there,
and then 25,
and 26.
25, and then 26. Yeah.
5 go there. 26
All
goes
right.
there.
P.
I, as in I'm
Accelerated
seeing all this
incubation.
piss.
When drawing player cards, check if any city cards match the color of Coda. Place a faded figure in each of the matching cities. If this would place a 4th figure in the card.
Oh God.
Wait,
is that?
What?
Oh God, that is terrible.
So
That
Is
means
that just a
if-
new rule?
Yeah.
if we
yeah,
draw
that's a new
red,
rule. Rules P.
if we draw
Oh,
red, it just
no.
puts one on it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Right?
I don't like that.
Look, so they can't do outbreaks, but it can just fill up with diseases.
I pulled 20. Oh crap.
And
it was-
no
it's an
quarantine
even,
markers.
Oh no.
removed.
It's an even bigger thing for Coda.
Oh no.
Cannot
Oh,
be
that's
treated
it, adding
or
the-
cured. Cannot be place faded figures instead of cubes. Convert infected cities to faded cities. Add a faded figure when drawing a player card match. Oh god. No.
Yep. Woof. All right, what's next?
Oh, we should build,
Build
roadblocks.
roadblocks. If your current region has a military base, you may spend 1 action to place roadblocks on as many routes as you want out of your current city. Diseases and fated cannot spread due to outbreaks along routes cut by a roadblock.
But we can still move across that?
Apparently.
It didn't say we can't.
Wow. So we
All
could
right.
just set up blocks.
We can
Sounds
open
like the
package
military
4.
bases have a purpose.
We can open package 4, and also there are more rules about it. If a city is completely roadblocked off, do not mark an outbreak on the outbreak track when it outbreaks, since none of the adjacent cities are affected. Make sure to increase the panic level, however. Players may no longer drive or ferry along a route containing a roadblock unless they discard a card of the same color as the city they are entering.
Woof.
So box 4 has had the roadblocks in it.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Yeah.
So
And
Okay.
red bag.
that was I packet.
roadblocks.
So this was
It has
rules I here.
Roblox in it? Yeah. Oh,
If
man.
a city is completely roadblocked off, do not mark an outbreak on the outbreak track when it outbreaks, since none
Yeah.
of the adjacent cities are affected. But we do increase panic.
Mhm. And we can't walk across roadblocks. Oh, change our action cards to state 3. Oh, because we have the roadblock action now.
Yay! We're getting stronger.
Oh, we got a new thing!
You right click on your action card and then state and then choose 3.
Wait, where did this come from? Oh, did you grab that
It was
on
in.
accident?
It was in 25. I
So we
yanked
just
it out
have
of
we have an
25.
extra one now.
Are we...
Apparently, we get.
No, our one that was
Oh,
up
unless
here
it-
is missing.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
I bet.
it went
I bet
flurping.
the packet got dropped onto it, or
So we've got friends and
fine?
rivals now.
Cool.
If you start your turn in the same city as a friend, you may look at but not rearrange the top 2 cards of the player deck. And when a rival plays or discards a card, you may immediately discard any 2 cards to pick it up.
interesting.
I mean, Rival's pretty good if we had any funding.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, well, it's also good for if we do any of the unfunded stuff, the perks.
Hmm.
But you know, woof. Okay, the rival says that you pick it up. Does that mean that if it's red, you would put another faded on it?
Oh no.
No, it says when drawing player cards, so probably not.
Oh,
Okay, let's see.
Then more family members. If you start in the same city as a family
Yeah.
member, gain
Coworkers.
an extra action and another coworker.
So we just have more of these now, probably because we have more characters.
Maybe we're about to get more
Uh,
characters from the draw deck. Hang on. There you go. Quarantine 7 faded cities is one of our goals.
But it has to be in place at the end of the game for it to be met.
All right.
The quarantines must be in place at the end of the game. Yeah.
And a colonel.
Oh, we got a new
as
guy.
An action, you may, as an action, remove a faded figure from your city. If there's a military base in your region, you may drive ferry across roadblocks without spending a card. You need 2 additional cards of the disease color to discover a cure.
So you're shit at
that's-
discovering cures.
Yeah, but you're good at cleaning things up. Cleaning
Yeah.
up faded anyway.
He does have the military, the like dog tags, so he can go. He can travel between military bases too.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was a thing.
Real good at shooting people, not so good at
Oh.
studying.
Also, where is it? There you go.
What's that?
It says here there's an 8 on the back of this, and we were told before, as soon as you see a number or as soon as you see a circle, open that package.
Before selecting your game, open the following door and then draw this card. So
At the
that's
end of
after our
your-
first game.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's weird. Then why didn't they
That
just
is
put it on the next thing instead?
That is weird.
Because we were told before, as soon as you see a
just
circle,
draw it.
draw that thing.
Interesting.
Those bitches lied. So
I think I'm still happy with the medic.
I don't want to
We've
not
got
be
this
the
game.
quarantine specialist. I like the quarantine specialist.
Especially now that we have to quarantine 7 faded cities to beat this game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Oh, by the way, we don't have that many faded cities.
Well,
oh,
not
you're
right
right.
now.
Not
Not
until
right
we
now,
start
we
drawing red cards.
Yeah, that's we know that's changing for sure.
Hey, what funding things are we gonna pick, guys?
I think we're good.
Hey,
No, we're good.
we're
We're good.
fine.
So,
Let's see.
if I quarantine
We need
a
to shuffle
red.
and deal the starter player cards first.
If I quarantine a red and then it gets drawn, does it not become faded because I blocked it?
Yeah, it would
well, the
probably
rule
block
for
it, yeah.
placing the faded is if there is a quarantine in there, then you don't place it.
So it wouldn't
So-
become infected. It
That
wouldn't
means
become
the
faded.
accelerated wouldn't affect it. Oh boy, I got 2 red cards.
I got 2 blue cards. Those weren't
drawing
drawn.
player
Those
cards.
those weren't drawn. Those were starting.
Okay,
Those are-
yeah, true, because it's after actions. That drawing is after action.
Those weren't drawn.
Aha!
Those were dealt. There's a difference.
So I need to not quarantine red until it starts fading so that we can have faded cities be quarantined.
All right. We also have our win bonus for any game played in May. Remove a faded figure from the board and return it to the supply after setup before the first turn begins.
Okay, that's been
With
set
that in
up.
mind.
Now we just gotta do the infection start.
All right.
Fuck you.
Not exactly
3 on the
ready,
line.
but you know, we got this.
Okay, Milan. Hurry up. Where Milan at? Here. It's 3 for the first one, right?
Yep. 3 for Delhi.
Delhi.
Hey, I have that card.
Taipei.
And Taipei.
It has become faded.
I will probably lock that. Yeah. That one already has 3 dudes on it. One of them fell. 2 of them fell over. They can't stand on that very well.
They don't seem to. No, it's because they're all shuffly.
It's a very thick sticker.
Here's a question: can you?
It's a thicker.
Do we have a sticker we can put in place of that instead, so they actually can stand on it?
I don't have a decal version of it yet, but give me a second.
Yeah, put his house crest on it.
Let's see. Unlock that. Complete.
We're gonna. Oh, wait, no,
And then Ricardo as well. Down here.
no, not like this.
There you go. Cool.
The Sydney one is slightly different.
Yeah, I mean, we can just leave Sydney. It's ground zero, or whatever
Yeah.
we were supposed to call it.
All right.
Do we need to?
excuse
Did you want to delete these instead of putting them back in the bag? Because I don't know if there's a reason for the limit.
I don't think there's really a reason for the limit, but I deleted the other one just because I didn't feel like dragging it around.
That's fair.
All
All
right.
right, next.
2 for
Santiago.
2 for Chennai.
And I.
Somewhere up here. And 2 for
Lagos.
Lagos. 1 for Kolkata.
That's Lima. Lagos is here. 1 for Kolkata.
Wow, a lot over
1
here.
for
Karachi.
Karachi.
Buenos
And 1 for
Aires.
Buenos Aires.
All right,
I
there
don't know
we
what
go.
the map is for.
I don't remember. Yeah.
It happens.
All right. That's all we have for setup, right?
So, after setup and
That-
before the first turn begins, remove a faded figure from the board. There are only 3, and they're in the same spot.
Yep.
Bye, bitch.
Bye, bitch.
Done. Who wants to roll the dice? I go first. We also need to figure out where we're starting.
Oh
We
yeah.
start in Cairo or...
There's like nothing in
Atlanta.
North America, so we should probably start in Cairo.
That's sort of what I was thinking too.
That's
Nice.
probably not it there. But yeah,
Let's
you've got a couple of spots already cut out for you, huh?
I can either go to Milan.
Hang on, I have an idea. Hey, I need you to copy this.
Uh-oh.
Why?
Just make one copy. Alright, cool. We'll put this one back in the bag where it belongs. This one, we're gonna change to...
I see.
And then...
I see.
There you go, you have a new
Payne
pawn
has-
now.
All right, that works. Listen, see, we've got one of them on our side. We're hoping.
He's been
Oh, yeah.
researching... He's been researching a little too well.
Why is that one? Why is that one the Fate Ted with a T?
Okay, so I can go to Delhi and clear Delhi, or I can clear Milan.
There you go.
You can cure one away too, so you could save a turn and not get all the way to Delhi if you want. If there's something else you want to do.
It changed its name for you, D-Pain.
I could potentially go to Karachi and treat both Karachi and Delhi.
True.
That might be a good plan.
I like that none of us changed people. We were all just like, we have a method.
And until something goes horribly wrong. We know what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. General is kind of blue.
2 yellows.
Hooray!
Okay.
And 1 for
All
Rena.
right.
So we already have enough blues to win, or to
I was
get rid
about
of blue.
to say, we do. So, and we
Wow.
don't need to be at a research station or spend an action. So if we can get 4 blues in the same hand, it's done.
We just have to get them there.
Yep.
So, if I went to St. Petersburg, then
You give me. Well, I would have to
On
go there
Payne-
too.
Payne could give you Essen on his turn because he's the researcher, and then if you came to St. Petersburg and took it from me, blue's cured.
Yeah. Round 1
Oh,
clear.
right. Beginning of my turn, I get to look at the top 2 infection cards.
Hell yeah.
Look at the top 2 infection cards. Okay, so
Tokyo.
Ooh.
Tokyo and Manila.
Oh my god.
Okay, but it gives us 2 more places to quarantine. Yeah,
So,
this is acceptable.
yeah, here's the thing.
Wait.
Yeah, like if you were to quarantine one of those to stop it, then it wouldn't be a quarantined faded city.
No, I'm gonna quarantine Taipei.
Yeah, that's probably a better call.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was
Okay,
gonna
it
say
doesn't-
that said we have 3 other things, but one of them is a military base in each region of the world, which sounds like even more of a pain in the ass.
Yeah. So if I'm gonna take 2 movements up to St. Petersburg, and 1 to quarantine Taipei, I can quarantine. Well, nothing useful.
Yeah.
So none of my stuff is really. You need a military base, don't you?
Yeah, there needs to be a
Hang on.
military base in the region.
When you share knowledge, it need not match your city. Okay. Hang on, I'm thinking.
Is there anything else you guys think I should do?
That's already your turn. No, not that. So what you could do for your 4th action is to give St. Petersburg to D-Payne. And then on his turn, he could start off just by handing me both of them, and we could cure it on that turn.
I don't think I can I?
Because you guys are co-workers, so you can share as long as either of you is in the city.
But neither one of us is in St. Petersburg.
Well, I mean, if you took 2 steps up to St. Petersburg, dropped the quarantine, and handed St. Petersburg over.
Right. Because I'm so confused with the coworker one. The researcher can pass any card to me at any time. Is that right?
Yes, but
It sure
you
seems
can
that way.
hand Them,
And I can, but
you
I can hand
them
him
anything. If you're
Okay,
in
yeah.
the city that
So
you're
that's
handing
smart. So I come up to St. Petersburg for two moves, and then my 3rd one is handing that to Payne,
Hmm.
and then my 4th one will be quarantining Taipei. Yeah. And then that's my turn. And yeah. Okay, so that means I'm drawing 2 cards now before I do the infection.
Oh, right. No reds. All good.
Nope. Moscow and Santiago.
All right,
And then-
Manila and Tokyo. Get these 2
Manila
guys.
and Tokyo.
And we need stickers.
It's not
I
letting
already
me
put the
pick these
stickers on
up.
them.
Oh, okay. Well, I already brought the dudes out, but I'll put them back now.
Oh, yeah. It's not letting me pick those up for whatever reason. Thank you.
That's weird.
Yep. Yeah, they're just stuck together.
You know, it happens.
You can't skip breakfast. All right, Payne, it's your turn. And if you spend 2 actions handing 2 blues to Salty right now, we've already cured blue.
Yep.
And then
No.
then if I get moved to EOG, I can swing by Milan to eradicate EOG.
Yeah, I can just spend my turn moving
Yeah,
him to get rid of blue.
that is
entirely.
wild.
All right. Oh. I can, yeah, on my turn.
Oh, so just one action will do it.
Spend these turns
I
on
was
something
gonna say,
nice.
Yeah.
until like blue shows up there.
Get yourself something nice with these turns.
Yep.
Oh
Hey,
shit!
San Francisco. Moscow.
Khartoum.
Khartoum, which is totally a Protoss town.
It is.
All right, well yeah. So first move, I'm gonna move him up here,
This is insane.
and we can go ahead and flip that over. Blue's cured now.
Blue is
Perfect.
fully eradicated, and that means we got one objective done.
Unfortunately, oh yeah, boop. Unfortunately, that means there's only one blue card in the pile, so that's not
So
going to
far.
help us as much as it could have. But
It's
Yeah.
still better than nothing.
Yeah.
That's still. There's also that means there's also a lot more left to draw. So I don't know where
Hopefully.
where the epidemic is, but
yeah, but as soon as we get the epidemic, we're going to just keep cycling these cards, and it's not going to matter anymore.
Yeah, one.
You can build
anybody
one.
can build it with it. You just have to have a card with the city you're in.
Wait, where was it?
Yeah.
Military.
It's
No?
build a
So-
structure. It's build a structure.
Oh, it's build structure. Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I do recognize that if I'm spending all my turns quarantining faded cities, which by the way there still aren't enough yet.
Nope.
If I'm quarantining
Until we start
faded
drawing
cities,
reds.
then I'm not going to be quarantining places that'll help us eradicate other diseases. Although, we get all 3 diseases eradicated, then it's just a matter of time.
What do I do with the rest of my turn?
Yeah.
So if we start building military bases, we could get that one done.
Yeah, we'd have to. Yeah, there'd be a pain in the ass to deal with, but like these 2 areas would be great to have military bases in because they have the red. All the rest of it, meh.
Well, and right now I don't think we have an upgrade to keep the military bases.
Or is
Right.
that not
We
an
have
option?
starting research stations, but we don't have anything about starting military bases at this
We
point.
have a whole marker thing for it here. Starting military base markers.
Yeah, we probably did see it. I just didn't think about it.
But there's not a rule for it yet. There's not a game end upgrade rule for it.
Well, how did we
That does seem
how
odd.
did we get the bag if we don't have?
I don't
That does
know.
seem odd that we would have the bag and not the rule. It's pretty
Hang
thorough
on.
normally.
This is gonna be dumb, but I'm not actually gonna pull it. I just want to look and see if it's still in here. What the fuck is W? There. Okay, W packet is still in its place, so the other rule that goes in that area is there. What about here? Were we supposed to draw it at some point and we didn't?
I don't think so.
It would have been before the last one.
Yeah, that's January there.
It's for April, I think we got the ability to do military bases. No, maybe it was before that. We got it in... Did we get it in March so that April was when we started seeing why we would need them? I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Might have been the end of March that we got the military bases, and we didn't really see a point until the zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
Well, I've got
so
3 more
you-
actions, and I have no idea what to do with them. I can move down
Pulling
and
me-
cure Khartoum or something, but...
I was
you
thinking pulling me towards the yellow might be helpful to
Okay.
start swinging.
1 move to bring you to me. And then 2 moves to put you here, so you're not standing on anything. Is that where you want to be?
Khartoum is fine.
Alright. Well, then I still have 1 more move.
I guess start moving me towards red if you don't have anything else. I need to go. Maybe the best way would be for you to pull me back to you so I can research station. No, I'm trying to figure out how to get there because if I'm in red placing quarantines, then I'll be able to do it faster.
You have to be standing on a quarantine that doesn't have any zombies, otherwise you're going to be in trouble.
Right. Yeah, that's the idea. Would be for like if I can get to Jakarta, that would be a good place.
All right, I moved you to Moscow.
Thank you.
Okay. And Karachi, Kolkata.
Does that mean it's guaranteed on the next one?
Pizza King welcomes you, new loyal subject.
9 cards per stack, and we went through 8. So yes, the next card is going to be.
Yeah.
We have enough of the salty cards to cure salty.
We do.
We just have to somehow get them collected.
Huh. Riyadh.
Dude, every time it comes up, I immediately want to say it several times in a row like a Pokemon.
Hong Kong.
Riyadh.
All right.
Well, I'm really tempted to start this whole military base thing as a second path, objective path.
So here's the thing.
With
We need to decide if we think we have starting military bases or not. Because if we don't, I don't care about this objective at all. But if we do, we could start using 2 upgrades every game to add military bases. After using three games of doing that, we would start every game with this just done, with 1 objective complete. Right. Well, obviously. They're gonna do something.
I feel like we're supposed to, but I mean, it's so thorough that if it doesn't say, it's weird, you know? Because all the rules are very thoroughly set up.
Well, that's the other weird thing I thought about was, we don't have a special rule for being able to place them. It just falls under the build a structure rule. But we don't have permanent structure as a rule. We have permanent research station.
Yeah.
I'm skimming the Googles to see.
But the fact that there is a starting military bases marker says that it is a thing we can do. It's just whether we can do it now.
So
Well,
we have these starting military base markers. In the physical game, I'm looking at a picture of it right now. They come on a card with the game end upgrades rule attached to it that says add these to the pool of upgrades available at the end of the game. Starting military bases, select a city currently containing a military base and add the starting military base sticker. So it's the same as the starting research station.
I feel like we found that because I remember us reading that. I thought we did, but the fact that we didn't have a rule set down made me be like, maybe I was wrong.
So it does.
I also
the bag
looked
itself. The bag itself, if you hover over it, it does say game end upgrade. So I think that could have been. It could have been done clearer that was.
I do think that when we drew it, whatever we drew it from, told us that. Like, I think if you started a new game and found it, it would have had that card in it. It's just that we forgot because it was months ago. You know?
Yeah, it's entirely possible. So we do have that as an option.
While you were looking that up, I was looking up. I searched for Pandemic Legacy win to open rule sticker W because it's in game end upgrades, and I figured that might be it. And I found a Board Game Geek thing where someone said, "Hey, we're in December, and we just realized that we still don't have rule sticker W. Was there a point where we were supposed to open this?" And I was like, "Aha, maybe it's not in the thing." And then the next person says, "You're told to open it at the end of June," is what they said. So,
whoops.
Oh, whoops.
So I guess no, we don't have that one yet.
All right. Okay, but
whoops for them.
Yeah, whoops for them.
We do have the ability to make starting military bases.
Okay, so I kind of think it's worth spending a yellow to start on that process and put one in Khartoum.
I think it's going to be more of a pain in the ass than it's worth unless we're going for those stickers. That's up to you guys. Do you guys want to use a bunch of our game end upgrades on getting permanent bases? Or do you want to just not deal with bases? Or, I mean, I guess we can deal with them, but...
I have a hunch that we're gonna need them.
How many cards have we drawn? And we have only gotten these 2 red cards. We haven't drawn any yet. When we start drawing red cards out of here, these are going to start turning fast.
True.
And we do have now 6 faded cities.
Hang on a second. That rule, when add a faded figure when drawing, does my quarantine block that?
Yeah.
Yes, because you wouldn't place the faded figure.
Got it. Because it specifically said somewhere that
there was a rule.
Yeah,
draw or something.
So the accelerated incubation is where when you draw the card from the player deck, you place the faded figure, but the faded figure being placed would be blocked by quarantine.
I was looking at the last line. If this would place a 4th figure, it's ignored and not placed. No outbreak occurs and no quarantine marker is removed. But that just means for the 4th figure.
Yeah.
So if there were 3 figures and a quarantine marker, then you wouldn't lose the quarantine marker for it.
Right. What I'm basically checking is...
That is really nice, yeah.
Is there a way to accidentally end up on the same city as Faded?
There shouldn't.
If I'm standing on a quarantine, I don't think so.
The only way that would happen is if we drew the card out of the infection deck and the card out of the player deck in between that.
A quarantine doesn't get removed if I'm standing on it and it takes effect.
Oh, well then, yeah, no.
So I just wanted to see if there was any weird shifty way for them to put a figure down. You know. All right.
All right.
I think it was Knight's turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what do we think about spending Khartoum to get a military base here so we get at least have that started? And that gives us the ability to start using those roadblocks as well.
I don't hate it.
So...
It doesn't hurt my feelings to start working on that one too in case the quarantines get fully out of hand.
These freaking faded ass lines.
They're faded.
No. So if we're gonna put one in each zone, we have to put them in those fucking zones there, and which means the one in this zone has to go in one of like these 6 places.
Yep.
So I'm holding Delhi and Moscow in my hand. I could drop one. My turn could be drop a military base in Moscow, move, drop a military base in Delhi.
Haha!
That's 2 more zones.
It puts us a little further away from curing black, but...
Also, I wouldn't be putting out my ranged quarantine if I did that. Which, you know, I really need to be doing that every turn.
Yeah, you do. Well, the thing is, if we only need to finish one of these two things. Because we
That's true.
have to finish this one. We can't not do
I
that.
think that whether or not we're going for the quarantine, I should be using my ranged one on existing faded cities anyway.
Yeah.
I think... Let's see, he's got San Francisco. That's all the way over there, damn.
So my thought is military base, cure, move down to Johannesburg to be ready to move across and over into South America.
I don't hate that. Gets a nice little cleanup and puts one down if we want to do it.
This one only has 5 in it.
Hmm.
9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is the biggest one by far. 13 in that region.
All right. There's the epidemic.
Oh!
Oh no!
Oh!
Okay, but wait, hold on. Wait. What happens?
So we have to
we
do
play the
one
first
and then
one.
we do the other one.
And then we play the next one.
That actually might be better.
No, it won't be.
It's gonna be bad.
It's gonna be real bad. So
All
this is
right.
why we lost one of our first games. Was it control right click?
Alt
Shift
right click.
No, but
Alt right
what I
click.
mean
There you go.
what I mean is that we're not going. If we did it 2 turns in a row, then all the infections at the end.
You know
of the
what would have
turn
made that
would be
better?
cycled.
What would have made that better is if that card we had drawn off the bottom had been blue.
It would have really helped us, yes.
Because now we have to.
Oh.
See what I'm saying though?
So now we
don't-
shuffle these and put them on top.
Yeah, but we don't actually do the infect part until after the second epidemic.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
so
Oh,
the infection infect cities is after we do both of these.
but here's
So-
the problem. So now we're gonna drop one card.
Yep.
We're gonna put 3 things.
We're gonna
on
get
it,
an outbreak.
and then we're gonna draw it. So unless this is blue, we're getting an outbreak.
Yeah. 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 But even if it was an outbreak, I contend that this was a good thing because it would have given us
Oh wait,
potentially 2 whole rounds without
Shuffle
another
it?
epidemic.
yeah,
You
I'm
sure?
making sure I
Hang on.
shuffle it really well.
Awesome.
All right. All
Good
right.
job. Good job, guys. Good job.
Okay, so that blue coming out is huge
Huge.
Yeah, well-
because that's the top card.
Yep.
Moscow.
Moscow.
And now we add one to Moscow.
That's where I'm at.
That was amazing.
Holy shit.
Well, good
Okay.
thing we cured blue when we did.
All right, it's my turn.
No kidding.
So we look at the top 2.
Not just cured, but eradicated.
Taipei and Lima. Lima's here with 1. Taipei's got 2 Zambos and a quarantine on it.
Great. And Lima is over there with 1. I'm probably not going to worry about Lima.
I don't like. Yeah, whatever.
I'm really torn right now, guys, because I'm sitting here going, there's no way I'm going to keep up with these quarantines, right?
Probably not.
Because I can't stand on top of a city with faded in it, and we can't remove the faded.
So one of the good things about him drawing the 2 epidemics back to back is it means that our next 4 turns are all guaranteed to have no epidemic.
Yeah, that's why I said that was better. Even getting the outbreak, it might have been better.
Well, my problem with the outbreak is like
It's a
if it
permanent
had
debuff.
yeah, a permanent debuff on that town, and I don't like that.
Well, and like Mexico City is
Yeah, wow,
Yeah,
yeah, you might want
priority
to
to clear.
quarantine Mexico City.
Yeah, you got a point. So, yeah, so I'm starting to feel like
On
there's
my
no way
turn, I
I'm gonna
could
keep
get
the
there in
quarantines
tier
up.
1. It would
So-
take me 3 moves to get there.
If I range quarantine Mexico City, then I guess I just move towards red because I need to get in there. I forget the rules? Can I move, like, if I moved through Hong Kong to get to like Ho Chi Minh, can I do that without getting hurt?
I don't know. I know that you're
You
getting
can.
hurt is only if you start the turn on the same space as the faded figure, but I don't know if it takes more actions to move through faded cities or not.
It didn't say anything
Oh.
about that anywhere I've seen.
Where was faded cities rules? Here. Before. And then it doesn't say anything special about it. They're just faded cities.
Okay.
All right.
so,
What about the faded? Are there any rules about them in here?
The only faded rule related to that is the starting turns with faded figures.
Okay.
If you begin when you begin your turn, if your pawn is in a city with one or more faded figures, you take a scar.
I don't know how I'm gonna
We
get
certainly do
my
not want
cards to
scars.
people. I don't know how I'm gonna get my cards. Oh, I can give them to Payne without him being here.
You have to be standing on the spaces, but yeah.
I'm on
Yeah, he's already in Moscow.
and I could get to Delhi.
It would take your whole turn to hand him Moscow, move 2 spaces, and hand him Delhi.
No, but I could hand him Moscow, move 2 spaces, and then quarantine Mexico City, and then just be on Delhi.
And the Payne could then take Delhi on his turn.
Right, because I'm on it.
Oh, shit. Does it
Okay,
work that
so
way?
Yes.
yeah, well, because it would work that way with even me and you being coworkers. As long as one of us is on it,
Fuck,
get
if
to
Payne was
experience-
standing on the space with me, he could take Delhi from you, hand me all 3, it's cured. But he has to move 2 spaces to get to me.
we can figure this out. But I do think that handing Moscow to Payne while I'm standing on it is a good idea.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'll move to Delhi.
Hey, I've been looking at this Delhi place or this Moscow
You know
place.
why-
It looks pretty good.
You know why Payne is so confused? I'm sharing research with him for the first time in our entire work relationship. I'm sharing it back with you. Oh my god. All right, Taipei and Lima.
Hey, loses its quarantine.
All right,
So
and
we
I've
currently
followed
have
already.
0 quarantines on faded cities.
I mean, also, wait, wasn't there a rule? Oh, you know what would be a good idea for you, Pat, is if you put a quarantine on, because they're faded there, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Shit. If you
Yep.
found a good city that's connected to a lot of cities, a good faded city that would, like Jakarta's not connected to a lot, but it's faded and it's connected. But if you put a quarantine on it and stood on it, so it was safe, and then put a military base there, wasn't there a rule about you being able to just place quarantines on neighboring cities if
I think so.
if you were standing on a military base?
I think that was a thing, but I don't remember.
It must have been on military base.
I
rules.
mean, I think it might have been an ability or something.
Oh,
Or on
maybe.
one of the character cards.
I mean, if it was, you would have thought it would have been on the quarantine specialist.
It might have been an ability though. Character upgrade. Yeah, local pressure. If you're in a military base, you may quarantine an adjacent city with the quarantine action.
Ah, okay. Well,
Can't you
never
do
mind.
that? Can't you do that anyway?
I can just do once per turn anywhere in the world.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But that's
thought
what I
you
was
said
saying, is if he had like one
local.
on Shanghai, he could just be like, and Beijing gets a quarantine, and Seoul gets a quarantine, and Tokyo gets a quarantine, just like...
Yeah. Yeah. Yup. And you get a quarantine. Not you, because you have a faded already. Alright. So that's the end of my turn. And also...
Alright,
oh, wait, no,
draw
no.
time.
I gotta draw. Yeah. Totally forgot. Shoop, shoop.
Wow, look! More black research.
Okay, so now if I hadn't given those to Payne, then I would be one away.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, you can just
I
hand
guess-
him 2 things. You don't even... There you go. Flex cured.
um.
Yeah.
All right, so if we can wipe that out, that will take a lot of pressure off of the pandemic deck, the infection deck
For
us.
sure.
Wait, hang on. But
That was 2 actions from Payne.
oh yeah. Yeah, okay. No, we're good. I was being a dumbass.
Hate when that happens.
Yeah.
So an option for Salty's turn would be to move me to EOG and sweep through Mumbai.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was 1, 2, 3, and then on your turn, what? 1, 2.
I'd move Karachi 2, 3, 4.
1, 2. Oh yeah. Yeah, that would do it if we don't draw any more things before then.
Guys, I really have to pee. I'll be right back.
Okay. Hey, buddy. You know, with how little you and I have to move, we should get one of those things where we get more actions if we're standing on the same space or something. The thing is, you can only do that when you discover new people or some shit, which is really shitty. Yeah, if we could add a relationship as an upgrade, I would totally do that. Oh, Hong Kong. Yeah.
I think it's a...
Buenos Aires. Donk. Oh yeah, that was just yeah. Mumbai. We were already planning on sending you there, and Milan's fine.
Milan.
Okay. All right. Hey, you. Go to you. And then 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was my turn.
That was quick.
Algiers, Cairo. I drew 2 more black cards.
Good.
My hand is all salty. Alright, and... Chennai. Damn, we just cured one out of there. And... Delhi. Where Pat is, yeah. Alright, so you can...
let's see.
1, 2, 3, 4, like you were planning on doing, and then we just have to have Pat cure these 2 on his turn. But that would be his whole turn. Well, that would be... No, it'd be 1, 2, 3, and then he could drop a quarantine
Is that
somewhere.
remote quarantine? That's probably what we have to do. I'm trying to think. If I remote do this... I think no matter what, I would end up leaving
2.
at least one city, no matter how I...
Yeah, if you went
Let's see.
1, 2, 3, 4, then you would leave this one. And then either one of us would have to move, or he'd have to move 2 to cure it, which would still take him 3 actions.
Yeah, I think probably my best bet is to go up to Moscow.
And we want him to cure it this turn because after your turn, we can get epidemics again.
Yep. All right.
Flip Manila. Where'd that boy at? Oh, it's already got a thing on it.
New York.
All right.
All right.
Lagos.
Lagos.
Cartoon.
Cartoon. Definitely got to get to yellow soon, but
Well, at
black
this
is
point,
almost eradicated, so...
Yep, we're going to do that, and then we're going to start working on curing yellow, but... we're going to cure yellow, we're going to eradicate... Alright, so it's already your turn.
Oh, damn. What did I miss?
Alright, so
Just
I moved him to you, and then around this way, and then after I did, these 2 cubes fell. And then
Brutal.
he followed up with the plan and did that, so now, if you cure this one, move down and cure that one, you'll still have 1 action left, and black will be eradicated.
Perfect. Well, at the beginning of my turn...
You get to look at the
Riyadh.
top 2 cards, which might not matter because you might get an epidemic.
Hong Kong. Hong Kong already has 2.
So I think that's the...
And if
maybe
you
your quarantine.
eradicate black, then Riyadh's not going to do anything.
Right. So, yeah. I think it's better to stop them from getting 3 faded than it is to try to have a standing quarantine.
Yeah.
You know, I may end up finding myself wanting to have a military or a research station over in red that I can just jump to early, so I can sit on quarantines over there.
Yeah.
Shanghai might be a decent spot for that.
Yeah.
Shanghai's probably the best one for that, just from the number of connections.
If we do get military bases up, I do have the veteran status, so I can travel between them.
Oh, do you?
So it doesn't have to be a research station. I could just go to a military base over there instead.
Oh, right, yeah.
All right, so I'm going to cure, move, and cure. Or treat, rather. Treat, move, treat.
And there you go. Black is finito. We done.
All right, and then... Oh, right. And before we do those, we draw these.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll
there
put
it
these
is.
back.
Yeah, put them back.
Alright, so Chicago, you get epidemic, you don't. Alright, bottom card, what we got? Black or blue?
Oh,
either.
There's Shasa.
brutal.
Here. That gets 3.
There's a lot of yellow in here.
Kinshasa sounds like a weapon.
Yeah, yellow's not looking great right now.
It's not.
All right. Drop that there. This moves.
All right.
And
So
then
now we do
flip
3,
two.
right?
Yep.
Oh no.
So now I can't see all the ones that are going to flip on my turn.
Lame.
Milan.
One.
Khartoum.
Khartoum. Moscow.
Moscow.
Yeah.
Alright,
That could have been way worse.
Mr. Payne's turn.
Mr. Payne.
Oh, sorry. Mr. Payne Jr.'s turn.
Oh, yeah. You were close, Salty. It's actually Doctor.
Dr. Payne Jr., my bad.
Dr. Payne Jr. Esquire.
Yeah.
You're like, Dr. Payne Jr., and he's like, no, that was my father.
Oh.
Dr. Payne Sr.?
All right. So do we have...
So,
You
yeah.
think that's what has to happen?
So looking right now,
Did
we have
illegally
5.
change their name?
We only have 4 yellow cards
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
We need
I
to stop
am
throwing
now
red
slightly
cards.
regretting my decision for the military base. I expected to see more yellow by now.
Well,
I mean, honestly,
Payne still
on my
gets to
turn,
draw.
if I don't have anything better to do on my turn, I might go use one or two of these black cards to put down military bases. That way,
Yeah.
we have options for starting ones at the end of the game.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't see why not. Oh, Cairo is in this line. And I have it in my hand.
But there's already a military base.
Oh, yeah. You know, what'd be really funny is if we had just 3 military bases right here, like Istanbul, Baghdad, and Cairo.
That would be fun, but
I mean,
it would
it's-
also suck for my travel.
I was gonna say it'd be fine for coverage, but it really doesn't help the movement.
So what do you do on your turn, Payne?
He moved 3
one of,
spaces and took one off Mexico City.
Okay, cool. It is still quarantined too, so that's a lot safer. Nice, yeah, good call. True.
I mean, I know that's what Knight's gonna start focusing on, so I'm not all that worried about it. I'm worried
Yeah,
about Kinshasa a little bit here.
Yeah, I no longer have any other cubes to clear out on the rest of the map, so
It's true.
now it's time to go
it's
back
your
to
whole
yellow.
focus.
And the medic can't cure zombies, so...
Nope.
I don't see why
I
not.
can't do anything about them.
Now, if we had the Colonel, he could cure zombies.
Yes, he could.
But you can only cure zombies if there's a military base in that region.
Well,
Oh,
I mean,
right.
somebody has to supply the gun.
The injections. But who's gonna supply the soft pretzels?
I like that Washington is out in the water. I know it's pointing
Yeah.
to where it is, but no, it's
But
not.
we know
out
it's in
here.
the water.
And New York is like all the way out here next to Nova Scotia.
Wow.
Somewhere
Right.
around
He,
there.
Yeah,
he lives
anime
in
stole
all
it.
of Canada.
Anime stole it.
Yeah.
All right, so is it flippy time?
Did you take? Yeah. All right.
All right, there's a
so
third yellow.
so up here.
There's a third yellow.
Oh, I grabbed the wrong thing. Oh, there we go.
And
Too many
infection.
Zambos. Shoop.
Delhi.
Lagos.
Lagos.
And
Lima.
okay, that's dangerous.
Alright, now it's my turn. And I can't make the medic cure, I can only move him.
Correct.
Correct. So what you can do is pull me to Cairo. Yeah, I think Cairo's probably the best bet here. If you pull me to Cairo, then I can spend my turn cleaning up Africa.
It's gonna take a lot. That's all.
Well, most of Africa, I guess.
I
If you
pulled
want-
the medic down to Africa.
Do you want to also be moved down to Khartoum to save yourself a move?
Without there being a quarantine there, I don't want to be in Khartoum. Or in Kinshasa. Khartoum would be okay.
I could move myself over to D-Payne, move down one, and cure one thing out of Lima, but then I'd be standing in Lima.
I think that's pretty safe though, because there's no outbreak is going to happen right away next to
And
you.
In our discard pile, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, that's not a bad call.
Okay.
Salty's like, wait, I have to go somewhere?
Right? What the hell is
nonsense.
this shit? Hey, look, 2 yellows!
Oh my
Hooray!
god.
What's up? I did a bunch of research as I was coming through.
I'm
Bother,
looking
bother,
at
bother,
I don't want them. I only have one.
And then these motherfuckers.
Well,
Alright, here we
yellow's
go.
gonna be cured soon, apparently.
Get ready for the shitstorm here. Oh, Chennai. That's fine. Taipei.
Taipei.
It gets a
Yeah,
third
there's
Zombo.
the third. And
Kinshasa. That's an outbreak.
Oh, that's a bad one.
I should have moved down there instead of going to Lima.
we're doing so well for not having any funding. Holy shit.
Yeah. Funding, who needs it?
I hate proving
We are-
people
hang on.
right when they're like, we don't need
Hang on.
we don't need help.
2, 3, 4, and then we did 1, 2, 3. So I think in the next 2 turns, the next epidemic has to be.
That's not great.
All right. Well, there's no situation. There's no way that I can cure yellow at this point. So I think it's 1.
Move and treat. Has Lagos been drawn? Is it in the discard right now?
I believe
Yeah.
so.
Because I know the other 2 are.
So let's see. That's 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, 3 actions.
You could only move. You can cure. Right?
And I don't like standing in
Yeah, no.
3 cubes.
Yeah, that's not comfortable.
Not with an epidemic coming up.
He only gets to range
I can only
cure
remote cure
once.
once.
Well, because if he moved here and cured once, and then moved here and cured that
Oh.
spot, that would be all of his turns, and he wouldn't be able to do a range cure anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess what I could do though is I could do that. Is what I could do.
Why would that be better?
To put him closer to
'Cause
the
it gets-
South America.
Yeah, it gives me the movement over here better.
Mm.
It does leave Johannesburg on its own at this point, but there's more to deal with on the South
Yeah.
America side as well.
Oh, he's gonna.
Don't do that.
So that does get us back up to 13 cubes there, so that helps.
Yeah, it was a
Alright.
good turn.
Ho Chi Minh
Ho Chi Minh
and Bangkok. All right, so that one's faded now,
And
and this one was already faded.
no, he just. put
Wow,
it
so
on
those
there,
both
I
just
just-
became faded.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
you
put the
just-
stickers.
right? Ugh. Guys, I can't keep up
All
with
right.
There are only 3 red cities that are not faded now.
it. You know why I can't keep up with it? It's because I'm
Mumbai.
helping
Mumbai.
in the rest of the world too.
Essen,
Essen,
Hong Kong,
Hong Kong,
Oh, that was quarantined.
quarantined.
Okay, my turn.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna draw the epidemic
Little
anyway,
bit,
but Riyadh
Riyadh,
and Buenos Aires.
Aires.
But I'm gonna put them back on
So
top.
it's not an issue.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put them back on top because I'm gonna draw the epidemic almost certainly, right?
Wait, you drew the epidemic last turn, didn't you?
I don't know.
I
Night was only
No,
on two.
Knight
I
drew
drew
two.
2.
And then we went through 4 turns fine, and then EOG drew an epidemic. Which means that was...
Yeah, I think I did.
Actually, that means that
We have
2, 3, 4... Your turn might actually be safe. I might have been miscounted, and we might, after your turn, then we'd be in the next stack that has an epidemic.
we have 9 turns left.
Woof.
Yeah, because we've had 3 epidemics out of 5, and there was one every 9 cards. So the next card's safe, and then the next 9 cards can have an epidemic, and then the last 9 cards can have an epidemic.
So, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move to Jakarta and quarantine it. And then I'm gonna quarantine Taipei,
Okay.
and that's 3 actions. And then I'm thinking I might move down to Sydney to save myself a move next turn. But because we haven't drawn it,
Where do you want to go? Why are
but
you moving to
I'm
Sydney?
I'm not actually sure what I want. I'm trying to get as many quarantines out as possible, but it almost feels like putting quarantines out this game, especially because we had to wait for them to become faded, it's basically just like fighting against a flowing.
It's because we did so damn well in the last game that none of them became faded.
So I can't go to them and quarantine them. So I'm just fighting against a tide.
It would have been a lot better if all of the red cities had just become faded right off. Which they really should have, but they wanted to make the rules they did so that other cities could be, like, one rule that encompassed the other cities too,
Yeah,
you know?
I feel like it should have just had a line in there that's like, all red cities immediately become faded, but you know.
Yeah.
Point is, I have an extra action, I don't know what to do with it.
You know what you should do?
Hmm.
Oh, fuck. You don't have any red cards.
It's too bad. It's too bad I can't just slip that over there.
Yeah, I was about to say, you should build a research station somewhere in red.
Research or
Shanghai
military?
or Jakarta, or research so that we can start over there if we want to, and everyone can travel around and all that.
Well, because I'm thinking about how to finish this game. Because there are so many faded around here, I can't even really do things. I
One of
suppose
our
by
earliest plans when we put this research station on Cairo was to also have one somewhere down in yellow and somewhere up here in red, so that we would have just the four that we could move around, and we just never got around to being able to do that.
Okay. I know how I'm gonna tackle this. I'm gonna want to stay somewhere like here, but on my next turn, think about this. I can go 1 quarantine for 2, 3, and then ranged quarantine as my 4th move.
And then you do the same to Bangkok.
And then and then on your turn you could move me down to Sydney so I could do that for Manila. Like basically that's how I'm gonna have to do it to get 2 quarantines a turn. But we don't have a lot of turns left. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it alone.
Yeah, and we can't place that many.
You know.
No, anybody can, but you can only do it on the space you're standing on.
Realistically, I could end my turns on these if I know Salty can move me off.
I can do that for you. The problem is, you don't have enough turns for that to be worth it. If you had
not
5
this turn,
actions,
for sure.
I know, but if you had 5 actions, throw a ranged move, quarantine, perfect. But with 4 actions, that doesn't help, you know?
Yeah.
And if my turn was right before yours, then I could be like, I end my turn with you standing here so that you can quarantine, move, quarantine, and then throw a quarantine. But with another turn in between us, that's too dangerous.
It's true. I don't have anything else to do.
No.
Nope. The only thing that makes
quarantine.
there are only 2 things about me that make me a quarantine specialist is that I can do it from far away, and if I'm on a city that's quarantined, the marker does not get removed.
Which means anybody else standing in a red area, even on a quarantine, is at least somewhat dangerous.
Yeah, for me it's safe. But yeah, so we only have 2 red quarantines. I still need to get 5 more, and at best I can get 2 a turn. And they'll probably get removed. Anyway, what do I do with my 4th action? So then Knight can...
So which is the better option? Spending my turn moving Knight, spending my turn going to EOG to place more quarantines, or spending my turn trying to get around to place some military bases?
That's a tough one. Because we have to commit, I think, to one or the other victory condition pretty much now.
Yeah. Yeah, if we can end this game with 2 military bases down that we can make permanent, that way it'll be easier to get that condition next game. That would be great. I don't know if we can get 6 in this game, though. That said, if we have 2 military bases down, and we're trying to get either of the quarantines or military bases, and we don't get them in time, and we lose, as long as more cities don't end up more panicked, that just means we can get 2 more permanent military bases down and win the second game for the month.
That's fair. So, for me, I have nothing left to do, because under normal circumstances, I would just say, fine, I'm also going to quarantine Chennai, but there's no need.
What have you done?
Move quarantine and then range quarantine.
Oh, so you only have 1 action. And then I could fly to you and drop a quarantine.
Oh.
And with yellow being cured, I can sweep and clear yellow.
Actually,
And drop a military base in Lima as part of that.
if I
Not
don't,
on this turn, but the turn after.
if I don't have to take an action for anything else on my turn, because he hands me the cards and that's just dealt with,
Yeah.
and if I don't move knight at all, because I could just 1, 2, 3, 4 knight, and then on his turn he could eradicate yellow.
Right.
But if instead I could fly to you, drop. Oh, okay, that's too many. Damn, I was gonna say if I came to you, moved up to Manila, dropped a quarantine, came back and dropped a quarantine, but that would be 1,
Too many
2,
moves.
3, 4. Yeah, that's 5 moves. See, but if Knight and I were family, I'd be starting the turn on the same square as him, and I'd have 5 moves.
We just all need to declare each other family right now.
It's a
and then
shame
we'll
we can't retroactively.
on our
It's a shame
taxes.
we can't. Seriously, if we could retroactively add that, I would. Even if we could add it as an endgame reward, I would. But that whole, you have to do it when you, like, we discovered this guy, and we didn't put any relationships on him. Are we going to regret that later? You know, like, I don't know.
Well, he hasn't been played. It's when he gets selected and played is when they're technically created.
So these 3 haven't been created. Oh, wait, no, because
Right.
we played her. So these 2 haven't been created yet.
So do you want me to move to Sydney? Is that something you want, Salty, to be able to get that quarantine there?
I mean,
Or do you
if you want to, yeah, it'd be another thing towards the victory condition. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, then that is my turn there. Here come my draws. Haboom, habam!
Sydney got
Okay.
a zombie on it.
But I have Sydney.
So what's going to
Putting a
happen is on
military
my
base.
turn, I'm going to fly to you, 1. I'm going to drop a quarantine, 2. And then I'm going to move both of us off of Sydney.
Damn. Man, how is it so dangerous to exist? Alright, and then here we go. 1, Riyadh, 2, Buenos Aires, and 3 is Karachi, which is nothing.
Alright, we all good. Alright. I'm going to discard these 2.
My God, he's been in the Keys.
And then they're like, oh, hey, news report says that dispatcher has found the cure for...
In a shocking turn of events, a dispatcher has cured the disease. Which is why we've decided to go into negative funding.
6. Alright, let's see it. Wait, did you take an action? Oh, right.
He
that
did,
was 4
moving.
actions. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Beijing is now faded.
Alright. And epidemic. Alright, here we go. Boop. Yeah, boy.
Blue.
Hooray! Nothing happens.
Shuffly,
Oh,
shuffly,
wait.
shuffly.
Oh, but please. Ah,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I don't know what just happened. Shania's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Lagos. I'm saying Lagos doesn't get anything because you're
What a
standing on
good
it.
call, Knight.
All right.
What a good call you made.
All right, so my turn.
Blues,
Yep.
Yeah, blue's eradicated.
So, okay, do you want? Just a sec.
Man, I'm mad that there's a faded on my city.
All right. So here's the question: do you want me to come over there and drop quarantine, or do you want me to move you off of there and move him 3 spaces? 1, 2, 3. That way on his he needs to move 1,
So-
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to quarantine this. So if I move him 2 spaces, then he could finish it on his turn.
Yeah, so clearing it has benefit. But
It means we don't have to worry
a-
about anything but faded and finishing our objective for the rest of the short amount of game that's left.
I kind of like it. I kind of like having yellow eradicated.
I mean, it would be the first time that we have everything eradicated except for.
Well, it's because
okay.
we've always won when we eradicated the first one.
Yeah.
So yeah,
you doing,
Salty,
Axe?
if you can get me back in Jakarta.
Okay, so I move you to Jakarta. Wait. This is all speculative. If I move you to Jakarta and I move him to here, that would be he could do it on his next turn as long as I don't draw yellow. I could then I can't really do anything else. Like I could come down to you, but that's not going to help anything. I could move him. Man, if I could just drop a quarantine on the space while I'm there, that would be great. But I can't. I mean, we'd both get fucked by that faded. So I could just move him another space that way. Even if I draw yellow on my turn, as long as it's something in here, he can handle it. You know.
If you move me here and we don't get another yellow that screws us, then I can also drop a military base on Lima as
Yeah,
I go
that's
by.
the one.
All right, cool. So you're going in Jakarta,
Thank you.
and these are going away.
So because I have Sydney now, my turn can be move into Sydney, quarantine, military base, and move out. Or I could stay in Sydney and do a ranged quarantine and let Salty move me out.
Yeah. Madrid, Paris.
Sartek.
Wow. All right, and here we go. Moscow, nothing. Milan, nothing. Riyadh, nothing.
Hooray!
Riyadh.
Yeah,
Plan intact.
I have a question. We only have 5
That's going pretty
epidemic
good,
cards,
Max.
right? Why are there 6 spaces to move up on the infection rate?
Don't ask
ask
questions.
questions you don't want the answer to.
I wanna know.
1, 2. Four.
Awesome. Eradicated and another
Eradicated.
military base down.
Hell yeah. All right, so now
Good job.
we
Good
have...
job.
Wait, what is it? 13?
Yeah, I
So it'll be
recognize the second half of that act, just not the
11,
first half. The first one.
9, 7, 5, 3, 1. So we've got until EOG's next turn to either have 7 quarantines down or 4 more military bases.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. What do... Oh, I used that, so I only have to get rid of 1 more card. Let's see. I don't think Mumbai helps me in any way. I guess it could be a military base there.
It
so
could
I'll
be a
keep that
military
one.
base. We're probably not going to put a military base in Washington. Well, we might.
I'm just gonna keep.
Yeah. You also can hand a red card to EOG if he can get to one of those places.
I can get to Sydney. Yeah.
Oh, you
Well, I
do?
do.
Okay, cool. But like he's got. Yeah, but he'd have to move down to Sydney and then up to Hong Kong, and he'd be stuck up. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn. No.
Okay, so on my turn, I can drop a quarantine in Manila and get out.
On your next turn.
Okay. Anyway, let me.
But then Sydney won't matter. Yeah.
Essen doesn't matter. Khartoum
doesn't matter.
Delhi doesn't matter.
That's good shit. Right?
Yeah, this is fun. Yeah, we should start games like here.
All right, I
Okay,
need to figure
my
out how to
turn.
get back up into this area and drop a military.
My turn. We're gonna have Mumbai
Uh huh.
and Taipei, which is
And we-
quarantined.
It's quarantined.
And we are going to have them because you can't draw an epidemic this turn. After this turn, then the last epidemic is still in the deck, is in play again.
Okay, so here's something I could do. I could go Sydney, quarantine, military base, and then ranged quarantine, like anywhere, any of the other red places. And then, but I would be staying there, and I would be relying on Salty to pull me out.
I can do that. I'm not worried about that.
I think that's a good call, just because it
The
gets another
thing is-
military base down.
The thing is, what I'm not happy about is the idea of something landing on the space I move you to on Knight's turn. So, if Shanghai was already green but didn't have a zombie on it, I'd say range quarantine that and I'll move you there. But, you know,
You just move me on to Jakarta. Jakarta has not gotten anything this whole game.
And
And it's got
Jakarta
a
is in my hand.
oh yeah,
Oh, perfect. I was gonna say it has a quarantine on it too. So,
right, because you started with it in your hand.
yeah.
Nice.
So we're
Yep.
gonna go 1, 2. Um, 3, and ranged quarantine. Where should I put that?
So I also realized I can't get to Manila. I'd be going to Sydney. So Hong Kong or Manila.
Yeah, I
Either
think
one.
those are the right.
Yeah,
Let's do Hong Kong.
right.
I wish.
Just there you
See,
go,
so
guys.
for a brief moment, we were
You
at
have 4.
4 quarantines. It's not bad.
All right, hang on.
What?
Thinking, I'm being stupid.
Hanging.
Hanging?
So if on my turn, I moved EOG to Jakarta,
Yeah.
and then I moved me, Payne, and Knight to EOG.
Okay.
Then on everybody's turn, they could run to a green spot, drop a quarantine, and be fine because there won't be another turn because we'll have 7 down and we'll win.
Oh. It's only at the beginning of your turn.
As-
We'll only get 1 more.
As long as we don't end up drawing that.
No,
a
it
card
won't
that
matter because
screws
you only
us.
get the penalty when it's at the beginning of your turn. So win or lose, we won't get a scar from it.
Right.
True.
Okay, well that's
Well,
right.
And when I say everybody's turn, I mean the 2 people who would still have turns. All right, Taipei gets 1. Well, it doesn't because it has 3.
Taipei does
Bam.
not. And it does not lose.
And it doesn't remove the
quarantine.
quarantine. Yes. Yes. Okay.
Now, it does lose the
Oh my.
quarantine from this.
Yeah, I
Yep.
just took it out.
Taipei and Karachi is nothing.
All right, so there are 3 currently, right?
3 current, and that's the end of my turn.
So we either need to drop 3 more military bases in the next 4 turns, or we need to drop 4 more quarantines.
Which I can do 2.
You
if
can
I'm
do
close
2.
enough.
And if I were to, I don't know, this, like, it's not even my turn yet, but if I were to move you to Jakarta, where then we know we're safe or whatever, and then move Knight to you, me to you, and then I step onto Ho Chi Minh and drop a quarantine, I'm not going to get another turn. Because after your next turn, we draw the last card.
So we need to decide, because Payne
Okay.
can either get to like Tokyo and drop one, or he can get to San Francisco and drop a military base.
So here's the problem with the military bases. We can get them in every region with what we have on hand now easily, except Europe.
What's wrong with Europe? Oh, we can't get to Europe.
Nobody's close. Nobody's close to it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's a research station, so yeah, that's not close enough.
I think we have to take the quarantines.
I think so too. That's
Man,
how
and
it's
I
looking.
have all of the European countries in my hand. I just can't get there because nobody's
Yep.
Yeah,
there.
that's the problem.
Wait, actually, yeah, I was about to
Oh,
say,
you
if
can-
I like discard
You can take the
Paris
flight.
to fly to Paris, move one spot to Milan or whatever,
That's
Okay,
true.
So
to Madrid.
let's see.
Drop
That would be. So you need to move EOG.
Fly to Paris or Madrid,
1, 2,
move to
3.
the other one, and then drop the thing, and then move EOG.
That,
So
yeah,
that's-
so
that would be your
Salty
turn.
could get one in Europe,
But then we would need one in Asia still up here.
which
I have I think I can
Riyadh.
do that. I have
No.
I have a pile of red cards to work with. So
That's true.
military base here, that puts it there. So that would be just Asia left.
I don't
can
have
do
anything
military.
that can do it.
We can do military base because I can take Jakarta and military base Bangkok really easily.
Oh yeah, look at that. So you guys would finish it before my turn starts,
Yep.
which also means you don't have to move me.
I still will, just in case. But
Not a bad idea.
like I said, you're the only one who's going to get a turn who can start your turn on a zombie right now. And yeah, you might not get that turn, but...
Yeah. Wow. I can't believe
That
we can
said,
actually do
man, I was really kind of hoping we were going to lose this one so we'd get 2 more upgrades this month. But you know, I'll take the win.
the win streak is so hilarious, we can't let it go.
is. It is.
Right? And we were sitting here like, man, there's no way we can do militaries. I guess we're going to have to... Wait a second.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
One of the upgrades I've been wanting to get, but I've been putting off because we've always had better upgrades to get, has been the one that just lets me flash a card to fly anyone to that place and then keep the card.
Yeah.
Which here would be hilarious. It'll be like, look, I've got
Yeah.
Madrid. I flew to Madrid. All right, I've dropped Madrid to build a thing there. Like,
Yeah. The military.
Military
bases.
it is.
See you later.
Hey, what's up, T? T, we got weirdly lucky and unlucky at the same time, and it looks like we're going to win again, which means our funding is going to stay at 0.
Well, okay, look. Even if we win the first game or lose the first game and win the second game, our funding is going to be at 0 in the next month. So I'm not at this point. I've given up on funding, but getting 4 upgrades in a month would be nice.
Yeah,
True.
the only way we gain funding is to lose both games.
Just
And I'm-
lose,
Sounds
yeah.
terrible.
Absolutely not going to let that happen.
Yeah, never. Oh
All
my
right,
God.
that's
draw
hilarious.
your last pathetic card, Yugi.
Whoa.
Hey, look, Miami.
But he's like gathered people to follow him. We're like, no.
Oh. Hey, you actually keep those.
All right, what do we infect?
Nothing.
Buenos Aires, Lima,
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
The place you're at. Oh. the
Oh my
quarantine.
god. See, it's the fact that the quarantines can get
What did
removed.
you? No. Did you put a thing there?
No, you don't
Oh,
have to
right.
put anything there.
That's
Yeah,
that's
I
right.
just took the quarantine off of it.
I was adding a person even with the quarantine removal. The quarantine was not effective.
No, because we'll lose the game instead.
Yeah, there are only 7 cards left. You won't get another turn. 5. Wait.
Yep.
Yeah, he will. Hang on.
What?
You just drew, right? Because if I draw 2, it's 5. Then if he draws 2, it's 3. Then if you draw 2, it's 1. Payne would get another turn.
Oh shit.
Oh, that ends up Payne's turn. We
Whoopsie.
miscounted.
Whoopsie.
Oopsie. But it shouldn't even get to me though, because each one
All
of
right,
you
my
guys dropped
turn.
one.
I'm gonna. Do you guys?
Give you a scar.
Do you guys
Hey,
think
scars
the
are
military
cool.
base should go in Paris or Madrid? Obviously not Paris.
We want a water base.
Ooh, a water
we want
base.
Madrid, so it's Water World.
Let's see. Where's Algiers? No, it's down here. Where's Karachi? Is down here. Yeah. Okay. Well, none of those are great. I would put one in Moscow, but you know the water base is pretty cool. So, all right, I'll fly to Paris and zoop, build a base in Madrid. Yeah.
It's well
All right.
stuffed.
And now I've got one move left. And Yuji, where you want to end the game at?
Definitely Manila.
Put me in Jakarta.
No, you know what? You're flying to
Ooh.
Cairo. You're flying to Cairo.
Ooh.
First class, buddy.
First class flight. Check that out.
All right.
That's
Wait,
why I said put me in
hang on,
Jakarta.
stop. I could fly night to somewhere in Asia. If you need it.
I have the cards to do it.
He's got the
Okay.
cards.
All right. I got Kinshasa. You know, the place that was the only place that had a fucking issue in this game, and Shanghai.
That's a
Shanghai
place that
is
we
now
kinda want a military base
faded.
in. Oh yeah, so that's all of them. That's all red.
All except for
All
Osaka.
except
Oh, nope.
Osaka.
Yep, you're right. I missed Osaka.
All right, and then here we go. Ready? Kinshasa,
Kinshasa.
Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Tokyo gets a Zambo. And Santiago.
Santiago.
All right, your turn.
All right. All right, we go to Jakarta.
Shoop.
We run up to Bangkok and say, I want a military base.
We did it.
Hooray! We win!
Game victory.